Okay, so the Lord gives my wife a word. I believe it was maybe last week. And the word was live like you have it. Live like you have it. So I've heard that numerous times before over the years. And a lot of people, they say, I should say what they did is they may have went to a restaurant that they couldn't afford, and they'll go have water or have coffee. And so they put themselves in an environment that they normally couldn't afford, so that they can, express through an outward motion or something, to live like they have it. So they may not be able to afford a meal, but they can afford coffee. And nobody has to know that they are doing that, so that's something for them to express that truth or reality. Some people go to the mall and they go and they say, you know what, I think I'm gonna pick this up, or I'm gonna get this and this and this and this. And maybe they journal that, I don't know. But that to them, that is the way to feel like they are, living like they have it. So when she told me that the other day, I've been thinking about it, and I feel like the Lord was telling me this from my own understanding. What he's saying for us, because we've actually done that in different ways. We went to places and we, over the years we did that, but this time this was different. The Lord was like, the Lord was like, well, to live like you have it is simply just to exist freely in the moment. So what I knew that God was saying was, remember when y'all were just watching TV as a family the other day, y'all was watching TV, or maybe it was you and Chandra, you and your wife, you were watching TV, or maybe you took a walk, or, maybe you cooked dinner, or maybe you went out to eat. Not because you were trying to be something, but because it was just what you wanted to do in the moment. I mean, it could be reading a book, it could be listening to some music. When you live in the moment, or you live from the moment without any expectations or without any labels, then that's living like you already have it. So it's a real place of ease and flow. And I think that is critical for us in this moment, man, because everybody, we're looking for something. God has told you that your breakthrough is coming. Your breakthrough is here. You're waiting on it. You're waiting on this. You're waiting on that. Whatever freedom that you need, God is saying, that is here. But how do you access it? You access it when you learn to live, in ease and flow, in divine flow, a divine flow. Divine flow is simply what it means. There's a power to your structure. There's a supernatural imposing in a good way in your flow. The flow is in character and in nature of God. So when you find yourself wondering, what do I do, God, before this, before I see my salvation? Because the scripture is there's a scripture, I can't remember the scripture, but it's talking, as we're waiting on Jesus, as the second coming of Jesus is approaching. I mean, it could literally be that hour. Jesus says to live like you've been living, do everything you've been doing. So there's no alteration in how you're living as you're waiting. You know what I mean? So I use that scripture because salvation is being saved from impending danger, whether that is being saved from separation from God, or you're in a moment that you need salvation from. Maybe you got a diagnosis from the doctor that wasn't good, and you need deliverance. You need healing from that. Maybe you need a miracle in your finances. whatever it is, nonetheless, it's a salvation needed to bring you into deliverance, into victory. So to live in flow is to live in perfection, in perfect peace, as you're waiting on that deliverance, on that salvation. So I hope that made sense, folks. Pastor Jamal here, Rising Ground Church. I did this video 3 times. This is ridiculous. And it's so short. It was like, what am I doing? So the last one I did, see, I got to tell everything. The last one I did, I was doing the video for it, and my wife was listening to it because she was doing the video as well. And then she gonna bring up, she said, you didn't say God told you that. You know, and I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? And I said, I put God in it, you know, this and that. And then, but then I was reminded. I said, okay. When I hear it, I hear it. So I was reminded that give God glory. Make sure you give God glory. Even though I was giving God glory in one way, there's another way to do it that puts God on the spot. Now, what do I mean by that? If God told you something, you announce it. Now, if God says, as the Spirit says, don't do it right now, you always got to follow the Spirit. But if it doesn't, you announce it, because, you know, we're here to give God glory. We're here to expand the knowledge of God by way of our experiences and our victories that allows another man to see God is real. God really did that. And you put God on the spot. Because the truth is, we had to see victory. We got to see victory. We have to see God move. And sometimes God is moved and then moves because you said, God told me this. God showed me this. God said this. I didn't say it. I didn't do it. God did. And you put him on the spot, and then God moves. I actually heard that from Miles Monroe years ago, and it stuck with me. So nonetheless, ease and flow, divine flow, be in flow of the moment, and occupy your time normally as a believer, as a Christian, as someone waiting for the victory of God to show. That's it, y'all. I'm out. Talk to you.